First of all, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Salamat sa pagpunta. Preparations ng mga nurses, ng doctors. First of all, yung katulad ng sinabi nila, nagkaroon kami ng parang meeting with the psychiatrist para malaman kung paano ba yung galawan ng mga medical team when it comes to, let's say, a patient. Unang-una yung hindi daw agad-agad directly pwedeng hawakan yung patient. Ganon. So, kumbaga, like yung mga ganong bagay, and syempre yung mga terminologies, ganon, kung paano ba gumalo yung mga doktor, yung mga nurses, ganon, paano ba yung duty nila, and yeah.
Yes, so to add to what Mark said, yun, we actually had a parang seminar of some sort na we spoke to a psychiatrist and we were able to talk about kung ano yung usual. Kasi nga syempre, it's not typical for us to interact with mental health patients. So it's very particular pala, like, yun, as he said, na kung pwede mo ba silang hawakan or akapin. Kasi syempre, naturally, as a human being, that's how you feel, but that's not necessarily how nurses or doctors react to something like that. So, we really made sure also, and actually, totoo yung sinabi ni Direk May na it's really the precision and also the truthfulness of how is it nga ba when it comes to hospitals like that? Like, how do people heal from that? What is the community like? Ano yung, what are the values there also?
Thank you so much, Ate Elisa and Mark. Thank you guys so much. Very interesting din yung roles ng mga nurses and doctors natin sa OK Hospital. Very bringing light din sa ating patients. Ito naman for Ate Alora. Hi, Ate Alora. Okay. How hard is it to portray a role na may dissociative identity disorder or DID, and ano yung naging inspiration mo, Ate, sa role mo?
Inspiration ko, feeling ko yung role ko na manifest ko na siya since high school pa lang. Kasi nung high school ako, nakabasa ako ng book na All Around Town. Tapos yung bida doon, meron siyang multiple personality disorder. Yun pa yung tawag dati. So ginawan ko siya ng term paper. Tapos sabi ko, kung mag-artista ako, gusto ko dream role ko siya. Tapos nung napanood ko yung original, sabi ko, adapt yan dito. Sana ito yung ibigay sa akin. Tapos gulat na gulat ako, kinuha nila ako ni Direk. Sabi ko, pero yung happiness ko nasa ano pa, esophagus pa, hindi ko pa siya inano kasi ayoko mawala sa akin yung role. Tapos nung binigay na sa akin, ang hard lang dun kasi disorder siya, so dapat i-respect mo, dapat handle with care siya. Pero sinabihan ako ni Direk na funny ka pa din. So may funny side pa din siya. So, kailangan may alalay pa din yun. Funny, pero may alalay pa din kasi respeto pa din dun sa disorder niya. And then, inalam ko lang kay Direk kung ano yung pain talaga ni Cynthia para kahit anong adlib ko, swak pa din dun and with respect pa din. So, yeah.
I love it. Very, it's chin-chin, tama?
Yes.
Yes. Chin-chin. I love chin-chin. Thank you so much.
Josh, nasa na yung candy ko?
Yung lollipop. Thank you so much, Ate Alora. Okay, ngayon naman we're gonna go back to Miss Maricel. Miss Maricel, kitang-kita naman daw sa serye na meron kayong tension with Miss Agot Isidro. Pinag-uusapan niyo po ba yung pag-execute niyo ng scenes? Do you talk about it po ba? Or is it all just impromptu?
Hindi kami nag-uusap. Nag-aaway kami sa eksena. Pero behind the scenes, ang ginagawa lang namin, puro kalokohan. Chismisan, kainan, yun lang. And then, pag dumating na yung eksena, ibang pagkatao na kami, parang may disorder rin kami. But you know, it's so fun to just be able to relate with each other in so many different aspects. And I think the heart of the show is really a multifaceted team that already expresses like different nuances based on yung maganda yung mga ni-research kasi. Tapos, yung sinabi ni Alora na respeto, nandun yun. Kaya, pagka ginawa na namin yung eksena, ibang tao na kami dahil we're portraying someone who needs to take care of that role. So, marami pa kayong madidiscover tungkol sa aming dalawa. Pero friends naman talaga kami.
Friends in real life. Yes, thank you so much, Miss Maricel. Grabe, we are so excited to see what's next for Olivia and Eden. Thank you so much po. Ngayon naman for Albi, we have here another one from Alan Sancon of Stars Photogy. Yes. Okay. Photog. Okay. Very remarkable yung character mo as Junjun. As what we mentioned earlier, you have psychosis, Albi. So, kamusta yung pagganap mo sa iyong very daring na character?
I feel like I did okay. I guess. I mean, kind of a hard question to answer, but I mean, I did everything that I could to prepare, diba? Like, tulad ng sinasabi nila yung respeto, it's like, just, the people who have these disorders, they don't think they're crazy. Diba? Like, it's hard to portray it in a way na hindi mo siya overacting, but it's it has to come from a real place din kasi talaga eh. So, I don't know, I think I'm a little crazy naturally. So, I feel like I was able to really tap into something that like I was holding back my entire life. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I like what you mentioned, Albi, na parang those with disorders don't know that they have disorders as a psych major. Well, actually, that's also what we learned sa school na parang awareness is the first step to healing. So thank you for sharing that, Albi. And thank you so much to Sir Alan Sancon of Stars Photog. Okay. Ngayon naman for Kao. Kaori, take us back when nung nakuha mo yung role ni Gemma. Ano yung feeling and anong naging preparations mo?
Nung nakuha ko po yung role ni Gemma, actually wala pa akong idea na yun yung gagawin niya. Not until sinabi po sa akin na yung role ko is yung parang katapat niya, ni Ate Ann. So parang, totoo ba direct na bibigyan niyo sa akin to? Kasi first ever teleserye ko to. Never pa ako nag-teleserye sa buong buhay ko. So, ang laki ng pressure sa akin, ang laki ng takot. Natakot na baka hindi ko siya magawa kasi alam ko rin yung series na to. Parang ang laki ng impact niya sa viewers. But with the help naman nila Direk, nila Josh, actually sobrang grateful nga ako kay Josh kasi may yan naman taga ako at first. Pero yung mga unang eksena ko, siya yung ka-eksena ko, chinika-chika niya ako para mawala yung eksena ko. And I think sobrang laking tulong nun para magkaroon ng at least dynamics na medyo mas smooth yung batuhan namin dalawa. So, yeah, importante rin for me yung parang meron kaming relationship behind the scenes para mas makatulong din sa characters ko. Yeah.
I love it. First teleserye and you're doing so great, Kao. Congratulations. I love it. Okay, ito naman for Luis. We are going back to Luis. Sunod-sunod ang mga big projects mo. So how do you feel na nakakasama ka sa mga big projects like this?
Very, very grateful po na after everything, nandito pa rin tayo simula bata. Pagdaanan natin yung awkward stage na wala kang makuha ang project kasi hindi mo alam kung saan ka nila ilalagay. Alanganing bata, alanganing teenager, hindi pwede pang matanda na yung tsura. So it's good to be back at thank you sa ABS-CBN, kapamilya, kasi naalagaan nila yung mga child actors na nagsimula sa kanila ever since. So very, very grateful.
Love it. Thank you so much, Luis. Grabe. We can't wait to see more from you, of course, in your next projects to come. Ngayon naman for Bianca. Okay, Bianx, our question is from Jeffrey Olila Garcia of Jeff Oligar TV. Are you still flattered, Bianx, na or overwhelmed kapag sinasabihan ng mga netizens na may resemblance ka with Miss Anne? Yes.
Hindi, actually, kinikilig talaga ako pag sinasabihan ako yan. As in, sobra. Parang feeling ko nabubuhay yung kaluluwa ko pag sinasabihan ako yan. But honestly, there can only be one Anne Curtis and nobody can ever compare to her. Second, sorry, kanina pa kasi ako naaaning. Mababash kasi ako kapag hindi ko to nasabi. Balik tayo sa question ko. Si Luis pala yung second na child actor na nakatrabaho ko. Sabi ko kasi kanina, wait, sa'yo may mali. Sabi ko, oo nga, first, second, siya pala yung second. Okay, anyway, going back. Asan tayo? Hindi ako makakatulog pag hindi ko yun sinabi.
Yes, okay. Ito naman yung next question for you, Bianx. Okay, after the Anne lookalike remarks, syempre dito naman, let's go to PBB naman, Bianx. Ano yung mga natutunan mo daw sa PBB stint mo that helped you with your personal life and your career?
Ang Marami ko kasi, I feel like si Siren makaka-agree siya dito. Pero marami kaming natutunan inside PBB. Pero I feel like one thing that I consistently say is that lumakas talaga yung sikmura ko. Because inside the house, it was hard, it was tough. But, when I got evicted, when bumalik na ako sa outside world, it was even harder. The world was so tough. And I didn't realize how toxic the industry can be after, even like not up until PBB. So, feeling ko, kung hindi ko napagdaanan yung PBB or lahat ng mga lessons na lahat ng obstacles na kinailangan ko pagdaanan inside PBB, then I wouldn't be prepared for the responsibilities that the universe has in store for me. So, I always say na thankful ako kay Kuya because sa bawat step ko sa career ko and sa buhay ko, dala-dala ko siya. And, ayun, because of him, I'm always reminded to be tough, to be strong, and feeling ko no matter how much the world tries to hurt me or put me down, yes, madadapa ako, but I'll always get back up.
Thank you so much, Bianx. Yes, bilang kapatid ko sa Rise, actually, ito si Bianca. She is a very wise and mature